Have you ever lost a chance because you were too shy? What if I told you shyness is only a trap in your mind? Today, you will learn how to break free, build confidence, and finally shape the life you dream of. Welcome to Easy English Official. Here, you not only practice English, but also discover the tools to change your life. Many of us stay silent, hide our true selves, or miss golden opportunities simply because of shyness. But what if this barrier is nothing more than a trick of your mind? In this video, we will walk together step by step. You will see how to understand your fear, start small, take powerful actions, and finally shape a life full of confidence. By the end, you will know that shyness doesn't define you. You have the strength to define yourself. Chapter 1. The Trap of Shyness. Shyness feels like a wall inside the mind. It stops people from saying what they really want to say, even when the words are simple. Many learners feel silent, not because they don't know, but because fear blocks them. This invisible wall becomes a prison. Imagine a person in school who wants to answer the teacher's question. The answer is in their mind, but their hand stays down. They are afraid of being wrong. The chance to learn more disappears. Later, they feel sad because the voice inside was never shared. Shyness is like missing a train that comes only once. The train is the opportunity to meet someone, try something, or show your talent. When you don't step inside, the moment is gone forever. The regret is heavier than the risk you refused to take. Many people say, "I will try next time," but often the next time does not arrive. Opportunities do not wait. Fear grows bigger when you wait too long. The habit of silence becomes stronger than the dream to speak. A shy person often believes everyone is watching them. They imagine laughter, judgment, or criticism before even opening their mouth. But in truth, most people are too busy with their own lives. The fear is much louder inside the mind than outside. Think of someone who wants to talk to a person they like. They prepare words in their head, but their lips stay closed. Later, they watch another person take the chance. What hurts most is not rejection, but never trying at all. Shyness steals moments that could become beautiful memories. A shy person may avoid a new friendship, but also avoid joy. They miss the laughter, the shared stories, and the comfort of connection. The loss is silent but deep. At a job interview, skills alone are not enough. The employer also looks for confidence. When shyness stops you from showing your ability, the door to that job closes. Not because you cannot do the work, but because fear spoke louder than your voice. Many shy people think, "I am safe if I stay quiet." But silence is not safety. Silence hides your talent from the world. Silence keeps your dreams small. The world cannot see your light if you always hide it under fear. Shyness makes people believe they are different or weaker. But shyness is only a feeling, not a permanent truth. Feelings change. Fear can be replaced with courage. Small steps can break the prison. The trap of shyness is cruel because it looks comfortable. It feels safe to stay in the corner. No one laughs at you when you say nothing. But over time, you realize comfort has stolen your growth. Some people try to cover shyness with excuses. They say, "I am not ready," or "maybe later." These excuses sound gentle, but they are lies fear tells you. Later becomes never, and readiness never arrives. Children are not born shy. They laugh, cry, and talk freely. Shyness grows when experiences teach them fear. Maybe they were laughed at once or scolded for speaking. Slowly, They learn to hide their voice. Shyness is not weakness. It is protection. The brain tries to protect you from embarrassment, but this protection also blocks your success. The brain whispers danger when the truth is opportunity. The trap of shyness grows stronger when people repeat it every day. Each time you avoid speaking, the habit grows. Each time you say nothing, fear feels stronger. Habits build walls, but habits can also destroy them. Think of music that is never played. The instrument is silent, even though it has beautiful sounds inside. A shy person is like that instrument. Their music waits, but the world never hears it. Shyness makes the mind full of what-if questions. What if I fail? What if they laugh? What if I look stupid? But the real question is, what if I succeed? Too often, success is lost because fear wins first. Shy people often compare themselves to confident people. They see the smile, the loud voice, the ease of others. They feel small. But every confident person once felt shy. Confidence is not magic, it is practice. Shyness also creates loneliness. When you don't speak, people may think you don't care. They stop trying to connect. The shy person feels left out, even though their heart wants to belong. In school, shy students know the answer but remain quiet. Later, teachers think they don't understand. The truth is hidden. Shyness not only hurts relationships, it also hides intelligence. In the workplace, promotions often go to those who speak up. The shy worker may be skilled, but invisible. Silence makes others forget your value. Confidence reminds them of it. The trap is not only about speaking. Shyness can stop you from applying for opportunities, traveling to new places, or learning new skills. It makes life smaller than it could be. Shy people often replay their silence at night. They think, I should have spoken. This replay makes them more afraid next time. Fear becomes a loop, a circle that repeats. Breaking the trap begins with awareness. You must see shyness not as your identity, but as a habit. A habit can be changed. Awareness is the first light in the dark room of fear. The trap of shyness is powerful, but not permanent. It is like a door that looks locked, but is only closed. When you push it with courage, it opens. The world outside is waiting. Every person has a gift to share. Shyness hides that gift. The world loses when you keep it inside. Speaking is not only for you, but for those who need your ideas. The truth is, most people respect courage more than perfection. Even if you make mistakes, they admire the effort. Shyness tells you people will laugh, but courage shows they will listen. Shyness is a thief that steals without sound. It takes moments, friendships, jobs, and dreams. But when you see the thief clearly, you can stop it. You can protect your future by choosing courage. Remember, shyness is not forever. It is only a chapter, not the whole story. The next chapter can be different if you choose to act. Your life is bigger than your fear. The trap of shyness ends when you decide it ends. You hold the key. Courage is small at first, but grows with every use. Unlock the door and step into your real life. Chapter 2. Understand your fear. Fear is not the enemy itself. Fear is a signal from the mind telling you to be careful. But when the signal becomes too loud, it stops you from moving forward. Understanding fear is the first step to controlling it. When you ask yourself, why am I shy? You begin to see the roots. Maybe it comes from a time you were laughed at. Maybe you remember making a mistake in front of others. Fear is often born from old memories. The brain remembers pain more than success. One moment of embarrassment stays alive in your thoughts for years. This memory becomes bigger than it really was. You must see that the past does not decide the future. Many people believe others are always judging them. In reality, most people think about themselves, not you. Your fear is often an illusion. The world is not watching as closely as you imagine. To understand fear, you must accept mistakes as normal. Every person you admire has failed before. They did not stop when they failed. They learned, adjusted, and continued. Their courage grew stronger each time. Fear whispers lies in your ear. It says, "They will laugh," or "You are not good enough." If you listen too much, you believe the lies. But when you challenge them, you realize they are not true. Think of fear as a teacher. It shows you where you need to grow. If speaking in public scares you, it means that is the area to practice. Fear points to the place where courage is waiting. When you hide from fear, it grows larger. When you face it, it becomes smaller. Avoidance makes fear stronger, but action weakens it. Understanding this is the key to freedom. Fear often lives in the body as well as the mind. Your heart races, your hands sweat, your voice shakes. These signs are natural. They mean your body is preparing for challenge, not disaster. Learning to breathe deeply can calm the body. When your breath slows, your thoughts slow too. The body and mind work together. By calming one, you calm the other. Some people think only strong people feel no fear. But the truth is different. Brave people also feel fear, but they choose action anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is movement, despite fear. You can start by writing your fears on paper. When you see them in words, they lose power. They stop being shadows in your head. They become challenges you can face step by step. Ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Often the answer is small. Maybe someone laughs. Maybe you make a mistake. These moments are not deadly, but fear makes them look huge. The mind often creates stories about failure. It plays a movie of disaster that never happens. Understanding fear means turning off that movie and facing real life instead. Fear tries to protect your reputation, but reputation is not more important than growth. If you hide to look perfect, you will stay the same. If you risk mistakes, you grow stronger each time. Think about children learning to walk. They fall many times, but never stop. If they feared falling, they would never walk. Adults forget this lesson and let fear control them. Shyness and fear are like twins. One holds your voice, the other holds your actions. To overcome both, you must accept they are feelings, not facts. Feelings can change. Understanding fear also means accepting yourself. You are human. You are not perfect. You will make mistakes, but mistakes are not the end. They are the proof that you are learning. Many times, we judge ourselves harder than others do. We replay mistakes in our heads again and again, but most people forget quickly. The pain you carry is often heavier than the reality. Imagine a person learning English. They fear saying the wrong word, but by staying silent, they never improve. Mistakes are not failures. They are steps on the road to confidence. Fear often grows in silence. When you never speak about it, it feels stronger. Talking about fear with friends or teachers makes it weaker. Sharing fear cuts it in half. Successful people are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear decide their future. They step into the stage, send the book, or make the call, even with shaking hands. When you accept that mistakes are part of the journey, fear loses its power. You realize one mistake cannot define you. What defines you is your courage to continue. Sometimes fear is like a shadow at night. It looks big and scary. But when you bring light, the shadow becomes small. Knowledge and action are the light that shrink fear. You must remember that fear will always exist. It does not disappear completely, but with practice, it becomes a small whisper instead of a loud voice. Then, you can move forward freely. Understanding fear gives you freedom. You no longer run away from it. You look at it, study it, and walk past it. The monster becomes a small stone on your path. Courage grows when you face fear in small ways. Start by greeting a stranger, asking a question, or sharing your opinion. Each action teaches you that fear is not as powerful as you thought. When you see fear as a challenge instead of a prison, your life begins to change. Challenges can be overcome. Prisons keep you stuck. The choice is how you see it. Understanding your fear is not the final step, but it is the foundation. Without it, courage has no direction. With it, courage knows where to go. This is how growth begins. Your shyness and fear do not define who you are. They are simply feelings that visit you. You have the power to welcome courage instead. The key is in your hands. The more you understand your fear, the less control it has. Knowledge turns fear into wisdom. Wisdom turns fear into strength. That is the path from shyness to confidence. Chapter 3. Start with small steps. Overcoming shyness is not something that happens overnight. Change takes time, and the safest way to begin is through small, simple actions. Every tiny step matters because small victories slowly build a mountain of confidence. Think of a child learning to swim. They do not jump into the deep water on the first day. They begin by touching the water, then moving in the shallow part. In the same way, you must approach your fear with gentle, steady steps. The first step can be as easy as saying hello with a smile. It might feel small, but it is powerful. Each greeting breaks the silence that shyness wants to keep. Over time, your smile and hello become natural. If you go to a store and cannot find something, ask an employee for help. This tiny question is practice. It is not about the product, but about facing the fear of speaking. Each small request is a step toward courage. Try talking to the person who makes your coffee or serves you food. You don't need a long conversation. A simple, "How are you?" is enough. Each attempt tells your brain, "I can do this." Practice makes confidence stronger. Shy people often wait until they feel ready, but readiness comes only after action, not before. Waiting forever keeps you stuck. Acting now makes the next step easier. Think about building muscle in the gym. You do not start with the heaviest weight. You begin light, then slowly add more. Confidence is the same. Each small step is like lifting a little more each day. Speaking in a group may seem terrifying, but you can practice first by speaking to one person. Later, try speaking to two. Slowly, you will see that the fear becomes smaller with practice. Write down the steps you want to try. For example, say hello, ask one question, share one opinion. When you see the list, you realize that courage is a series of actions, not one big jump. Celebrate each success, no matter how small. If you asked one question today, be proud of yourself. Progress is progress. The brain learns to enjoy success, and that feeling grows into motivation. Shy people often focus on the big picture, like giving a speech in front of a crowd. The thought becomes overwhelming. But when you focus only on today's step, the goal feels lighter and possible. Remember that confidence is built like bricks. Each small step is a brick you place. Alone, one brick looks small, but after weeks of action, you look back and see a strong wall of courage. Do not compare your small steps with someone else's big achievements. Everyone has a different starting point. What matters is that you are moving forward, even if the steps are tiny. Sometimes the hardest part is beginning. Once you take the first step, the next one comes easier. Action creates momentum, and momentum keeps you moving. Small steps also protect you from burnout. If you push yourself too hard, you may feel defeated. Gentle progress is sustainable. It builds courage without breaking your spirit. You can also practice in safe environments. Talk to a mirror, record your voice, or speak with a close friend. These safe steps prepare you for bigger challenges outside. Think of learning English itself. You don't learn the whole language in one day. You start with words, then sentences, then conversations. Overcoming shyness works in exactly the same way. When you succeed in a small step, repeat it. Repetition makes confidence natural. A daily hello, a daily question, or a daily smile slowly becomes part of who you are. Shyness wants you to avoid all risk, but small steps are low risk, and each one proves shyness wrong. Slowly, you teach your brain that speaking is safe. Mistakes will happen, but they are part of the journey. Instead of fearing them, treat them as lessons. A mistake today is practice for tomorrow's success. Sometimes a small step is simply standing tall, looking people in the eye, and breathing deeply. Body language alone can reduce fear and invite confidence. You can also practice by volunteering answers in class, even if they are simple. Just raising your hand once a week is a step forward. Courage is built by action, not by perfection. Find small chances in everyday life. Greet your neighbor, ask a bus driver a question, or thank a cashier. Life offers countless opportunities to practice courage in little ways. Do not underestimate the power of one step. A single hello could lead to a new friend. A simple question could create a new opportunity. The small actions carry big rewards. The secret is consistency. One small step will not change your life, but repeating steps every day creates transformation. Confidence is not one moment, it is built over time. Small steps also train your brain to expect success. Each time you succeed, your mind builds evidence that you are capable. Evidence destroys doubt, and doubt is the root of shyness. Think of shyness as a mountain. Looking at the top feels impossible, but each small step moves you upward. One day you realize you are already halfway just by walking little by little. Reward yourself after each small victory. Smile, write it in a journal, or treat yourself kindly. Rewards. Tell your brain that courage feels good. This creates a cycle of confidence. Courage does not arrive like lightning. It grows slowly, like a tree. Every small step is a drop of water. With enough drops, the tree becomes strong. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey out of shyness is the same. Take the step today, no matter how small, and tomorrow will already be brighter. Chapter 4. The Power of Action. Thinking alone will not break the trap of shyness. Planning alone will not create confidence. Only action has the true power to change your life. Even small actions carry energy that thoughts cannot replace. Shyness tells you to wait until you feel ready. But readiness never arrives on its own. Action creates readiness. The moment you step forward, your brain begins to believe, I can do this. Every dream in the world stays a dream until someone acts. Writers become authors only when they write. Singers become artists only when they sing. Confidence grows only when you act, not when you imagine. Action is powerful because it teaches the truth. you discover that the fear in your head is often bigger than reality. Once you act, you realize the world is not as scary as you thought. Mistakes may happen, but mistakes are not the enemy. They are the teachers of growth. Each mistake shows you what to change. Without mistakes, there is no progress. Think about J.K. Rowling. Her book was rejected more than 10 times. If she had stopped acting because of fear, the world would never have Harry Potter. Her courage was in continuing action. Shy people often wait for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment is an illusion. The real moment is now. Each delay gives fear more power, but each action weakens it. When you take action, you send a message to your brain. I am in control. That message grows louder with every step. Soon, your brain believes it, and fear begins to fade. Action also creates momentum. One success makes the next step easier. Like a ball rolling down a hill, action gathers speed. Waiting keeps you still, but action moves you forward. Speaking to one stranger may open the door to speaking to many. Trying one new skill may lead to discovering your hidden talent. Every action is a seed that may grow into something bigger. People respect courage more than perfection. Even if your action is not perfect, others admire your effort. Perfection is not required. Action is enough to earn respect. Confidence does not come before action. It comes after. Each time you act, confidence grows. If you wait for confidence first, you may wait forever. Fear wants you to stay safe, but safety can also mean being stuck. Action feels risky, but growth lives in risk. You cannot discover your strength if you never test it. When you act, even in small ways, you train your brain to expect success. Success creates proof. Proof destroys doubt. And without doubt, fear has no power. Shyness weakens when you practice courage repeatedly. One action is not enough, but daily action builds habits. Habits become character, and character shapes destiny. Imagine standing in front of a group. Your heart races. Fear says, stay silent. But when you speak, even with shaking hands, you prove to yourself that action is stronger than fear. Every person you admire took action despite fear. Athletes trained when they felt tired. Leaders spoke when their voices shook. They became strong because they chose to act anyway. Action gives you stories to tell. Instead of saying, I wish I had tried, you can say, I did it. Stories of action inspire others and remind you of your courage. Do not focus only on success. Focus on effort. Trying itself is a victory. Each time you try, you are no longer the same person. You are braver than before. Some people think too much but act too little. Overthinking builds a prison of what if. Action breaks that prison, because reality is often kinder than imagination. Every time you act, fear loses strength. Like a shadow that fades when you shine light, fear disappears when you step forward. Action is the light. Shyness thrives on stillness. If you stay quiet and hidden, it grows stronger. But once you move, once you speak, shyness cannot hold you anymore. Action also teaches resilience. You learn that failure is not the end. You fall, you rise, and you try again. Resilience is the gift that action brings. When you act, you inspire others around you. Your courage becomes their courage. Your small step may give someone else permission to step forward too. Action opens doors that fear keeps closed. A conversation can lead to a friendship. A question can lead to a job. A new experience can lead to a new dream. Fear says, don't try. Action says, try anyway. The voice you choose decides your life. Choose the voice of action, and fear will slowly grow silent. Remember that courage is not about big heroic acts. It is about small actions taken again and again. Over time, those small actions build a strong, confident life. Shyness disappears not by thinking less, but by doing more. Your actions become proof that you are capable. Proof is stronger than any fear. The power of action is the power to transform. Each step you take rewrites your story. You are no longer trapped by shyness. You are moving into a future of confidence. Action is the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. Every step across that bridge matters. Walk it bravely, and the life you dream of will meet you on the other side. Chapter 5. Shape your own life. Your life is like a piece of clay in your hands. You can leave it untouched, or you can shape it into something beautiful. Shyness may try to hold your hands still, but courage gives you the power to create. Every artist starts with a blank canvas. At first, it looks empty and uncertain, but with each brushstroke, the picture becomes clear. In the same way, each decision you make adds color to your life. Shyness whispers that you are not the artist of your own future. It says the world decides for you. But the truth is different. You hold the brush, and every choice is a stroke on your masterpiece. Do not wait for someone else to shape your life. If you wait, you may live inside their design instead of your own. Courage is choosing your path and building your dream with your own hands. Life will never be perfect. Even a great work of art has mistakes and corrections, but those small imperfections make it unique. Your life story becomes beautiful because it is truly yours. Every dream you hold inside is a part of the picture you want to create. Dreams are not decoration, they are the design. To honor them, you must act, even if fear says no. Think of the sculptor who removes stone little by little. Each cut reveals the statue within. Shaping your life is the same. Small actions remove the fear and reveal the confident self inside you. Your goals are like stars in the night sky. You may not reach them all at once, but their light guides you forward. Each step you take shapes a clearer path toward them. Shyness is only one chapter in your story, not the whole book. You can decide when that chapter ends and when a new one begins. Every page you write with courage adds hope. The world needs your unique voice and talent. If you stay silent, the world loses a gift. Shaping your life is also shaping the world around you because your courage inspires others. Do not let fear decide the size of your dream. Fear always chooses small and safe, but your heart knows it was made for more. To shape your life, listen to your heart, not your fear. Every choice you make is like planting a seed. Some seeds grow quickly, others take time. But if you keep planting, a garden will appear. Your garden of life is built by your daily decisions. Sometimes shaping your life means leaving old patterns behind. Fear, doubt, and excuses are like heavy stones. You cannot build a tall tower if you carry too many stones in your hands. Look at people you admire. They were not born confident or powerful. They shaped themselves by practicing courage, failing, learning, and trying again. You can do the same. Shaping your life requires vision. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? The answer will guide your steps. Without vision, action feels empty. With vision, action feels alive. Your life is not fixed like a stone. It is flexible like water, always ready to flow into new forms. Courage is the hand that directs the flow toward your dreams. Do not fear starting small. Every great building begins with a single brick. Shaping your life is about placing bricks every day until the structure of your dream stands strong. Celebrate your progress, even if it is slow. A sculptor does not see the statue after one cut, but day by day, the form appears. Your courage is shaping something amazing, even if you don't see it yet. Your mistakes are part of the design. A painter may cover one color with another, but the layers give depth. Your failures add depth to your character and make your success richer. Shaping your life is about responsibility. No one else can live for you. No one else can speak for you. The brush is in your hand. If you drop it, the picture remains blank. Think of yourself as both the artist and the artwork. You are shaping and being shaped at the same time. Each decision molds your future while also refining your present self. Shyness tries to erase your lines, to keep your canvas blank, but courage redraws them stronger each time. The more you act, the more confident your picture becomes. Shaping your life is not about controlling everything. It is about choosing your direction. The wind may blow, but you can adjust your sails. You still decide where to go. Ask yourself what legacy you want to leave. What story do you want people to remember? Every action today is a sentence in that story. Shape it with intention. Shaping your life means daring to dream big. Small dreams keep you comfortable, but big dreams push you to grow. Growth is where true beauty is created. Imagine your future self looking back at you. Will they thank you for the courage you took, or regret the chances you avoided? The answer depends on the actions you take today. Remember that no one else can shape your masterpiece. People may guide, teach, or inspire, but you hold the final brush. Your life is your own creation. The greatest tragedy is not failure. It is never trying. A blank canvas holds no meaning. A messy, colorful painting shows life. Better to try and learn than to hide and remain empty. Your dreams and goals are more important than your shyness. Fear is temporary, but your masterpiece is forever. Shape it with courage and let the world see your light. Every day is a new chance to add to your creation. Do not waste it waiting for perfect conditions. Take the brush today and shape your life into the art it was meant to be. Remember, action is stronger than fear, and courage grows with every small step you take. Shyness is not your destiny. It is only a shadow that disappears when you shine your light. You are the artist of your life, and the brush is already in your hand. Thank you for watching Easy English Official. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more lessons that grow both your English and your confidence. Keep learning, keep moving, and keep shaping the life you deserve.